This channel does not promote any violent, harmful, or illegal activities. All content provided by this channel is meant for an educational purpose only.
My lord, petitioner was previously working in the State Bank of India. My lord, first
minute. The bank was supposed to revert with instruction. Yes, please show me what is your instruction.
My lord, may I be permitted to, subject to my lord sanction, but permitted to file a report, my lord. My lord, prior to that, my lord, may I point out, my lord, my learned friend is placing reliance on paragraph 47 of the judgment, my lord. May I read out?
my lord, page 77 of the writ petition.
Yes.
My lord, it says, my lord, after having cancelled the appointments of these persons who were selected, my lord is well aware of this. Some of the appointed candidates who do not fall in the category of tainted candidates may have previously worked in different departments of the state government or with autonomous bodies, etc. In such case, although their appointment are cancelled, these candidates will have the right to apply to their previous departments or autonomous bodies to continue in service with those entities. This application must be processed by the respective government departments or bodies within 3 months, and the candidates will be allowed to resume their position. Further, the period between the termination of their previous appointment and the rejoining will not be considered a break in service, my lord. My lord, the seniority and other...
Yes, then what is the issue?
Yes, my lord. The issue is, my lord, kindly sees that here, my lord, it is quite clear, my lord.
My lord, 96 is the rejection order of the bank.
Yes, that it is not a state government organization, it is a central government, it is a public sector bank, so that is not applicable. That was the reply of the bank, my lord. My lord, kindly says, my lord, in this, my lord, may I submit, my lord, humbly, subject to my lord sanction, the doctrine of ejusdem generis will come into apply in this case while interpreting this, my lord, the state government and other autonomous bodies,
etc.
etc. Why I say this, my lord? These persons were employed through the state government or through their instrumentalities, school service commission. Some faults were there, some fraud were my lord found out, so their service got terminated. And now the persons who are not tainted, who had no fault of their own, now it was the Supreme Court, Honorable Supreme Court wanted to make a concession for them that if they were working in previously in any other autonomous body or state
Tell me
government,
where they're working with you.
no, they were working with me. But
Yes.
my lord, kindly see why I say this, why this principle of ejusdem generis may be applicable, because it may, my lord, a limited interpretation may be given, not a wider one, because, my lord, kindly sees the wordings, my lord. Their previous department, this application must be processed by the respective department government bodies within 3 months, and the candidates will be resume their positions.
Yes.
My lord, it is state government is a statutory body altogether, my lord, formed by the act of the parliament.
If you think the bank will be an exception to paragraph 47, then I'm sorry, sir. Right? I am not accepting your submission.
But may I come up with a short report? Short report.
Punjab National Bank
written report.
accepting this has already given appointment. Kindly see one of PNB.
My lord, if Punjab National Bank's action cannot be a precedent for us, my lord.
Both
Whatever,
are-
if the my lord directs,
Supreme Court's order is there which will support the petitioners. Your stand will not, it just cannot be accepted. The petitioners, how many are there? One?
two petitioners in this 30.
The petitioners,
96 and 97 are the rejection.
the petitioners were serving with the State Bank of India when they got selected for appointment as teachers in the first SLST, 2016. Stop. On getting appointment. Now, on being appointed as teacher comma, the petitioners left the job of the State Bank of India. Stop. The service of the petitioners stood nullified by the order of this court dated 22nd April 2024, affirmed by the judgment passed by the Honorable Supreme Court on 3rd of April 2025 in the matter of State of West Bengal versus Boishaki Bhattacharya. Please take down the whole thing. The cause title is at page 38. Stop. In the said judgment, the Supreme Court carved out an exception for the candidates who were not found to be tainted and who were employed with other authorities prior to their engagement as teachers, and permitted these candidates to apply to their previous employer to continue in service. Stop. The Honorable Supreme Court directed that such applications must be processed by the employer, and the candidates will be allowed to resume their positions without break in service and by maintaining their seniority and other entitlement. Stop. These candidates will also be eligible for increments. Stop. The court clarified that the period for which they were employed with the disputed appointment, no wages will be paid to them. Stop. The court also permitted creation of supernumerary posts for accommodating these candidates. Stop. Paragraph. The application of the petitioners seeking reappointment stood rejected by the State Bank of India with the observation that the bank is neither managed nor controlled by the state government and does not fall within the observation of the Honorable Supreme Court made in paragraph 47 of the said judgment. Stop. The petitioners are aggrieved by the same. Stop. It has been submitted that the the Honorable Supreme Court clearly preserved the rights of these candidates to be reverted to their earlier place of posting. Stop. The it has been submitted that the Punjab National, paragraph of it, that the Punjab National Bank accepted similar prayers for reappointment and did actually reappoint the candidates who were found to be untainted. Stop. Prayer has been made to direct the bank to permit the petitioners to be reappointed and allowed to function in the post in which they were previously working. Stop. The aforesaid submission of the petitioners is opposed by the bank. Stop. It has been submitted that the order of the Honorable Supreme Court clearly mentions the right of the candidates to be reverted to the state government or the autonomous bodies. Stop. The bank does not fall within the description as given by the Honorable Supreme Court in paragraph number 47 of the judgment. Stop paragraph. It has also been submitted that the State Bank of India is not required to rely upon precedents of any other bank. Stop paragraph. The legal provision relating to Eugestion generis has been relied upon. Stop. Um, the phrases mentioned by the the wordings mentioned by the Honorable Supreme Court in paragraph number 47 of the judgment within courts, state government or autonomous bodies, comma, etc. has been submitted not to include the bank. Stop paragraph. The bank prays for dismissal of the writ petition. Stop. Upon hearing the submission made on behalf of both the parties and on perusal of the judgment passed by the Honorable Supreme Court and particularly paragraph number 47, which has been relied upon by the petitioners, it appears that the service of the employees under first SLST, 2016 conducted by the West Bengal Central School Service Commission stood nullified by the court on the ground of corruption and illegality at the time of conducting the recruitment process. Stop. The court noted that certain candidates were found to be included in the list of tainted candidates. Stop. For such tainted candidates, the court clearly recorded that no relief can be provided to them and the entire selection process has been nullified. Stop. The court made an exception only with regard to those candidates who do not fall within the category of tainted candidates but have previously worked with other employers. Stop. The reasoning for such exception is that the candidates who left their earlier jobs and joined service being successful in the first SLST, 2016 could not have anticipated that the entire selection process, including their appointment, would be nullified by the court. Stop. Now, such untainted candidates were no way responsible for losing their job. Stop. As cancellation of their appointment would have a direct bearing with their right to life and livelihood, the Honorable Supreme Court made the exception of permitting the untainted candidates to revert to their previous place of posting. Stop. The court clearly mentioned that the untainted candidates would have the right to apply to their previous departments or autonomous bodies to continue in service with those entities. Stop. The bank cannot argue that they will not fall within the expression of autonomous bodies as mentioned by the Honorable Supreme Court in the said paragraph. Stop. The intention of the court was to give a further chance to the untainted candidates to continue with their previous job with their previous employer. Stop. The the rejection by the bank refusing to accept the petitioners, refusing to reappoint the petitioners in their previous posting appears to be contrary to the direction passed by the Honorable Supreme Court. Stop. The impugned rejection cannot be permitted to stand and is accordingly set aside. Stop. The bank is directed to reappoint the petitioners in their previous position by maintaining their seniority and other entitlement, including increments. Stop. There will be no service break in case of the petitioners. Stop. If the post where the petitioners were serving is not readily available, then supernumerary posts in terms of the order passed by the Honorable Supreme Court may be created for their reappointment. Stop. Steps shall be taken in the matter at the earliest, but positively within a period of 4 weeks from the date of communication of this order.
My lord, one more thing I have to make submit, my lord. My lord, 7 accept an averment that petitioners are not tainted.
Yes,
There is no other.
I will
My
take care of that.
My lord,
The bank shall, however, ascertain as to whether the petitioners do not fall in the list of tainted category of candidates published by the West Bengal Central School Service Commission in its official portal. You check up for yourself
page 87, I have
from
given my
the
quiz.
official portal as to whether their names are appearing or not. If they are found to be untainted, then only. If they are tainted, then everything goes. But that is not the ground of rejection that they are tainted.
No, that is not the ground.
Rejection is something else. This report be retained with the records.
My lord, next matter,
Well, next matter, there is no rejection, my lord.
rejection, Bank of India, next matter, no rejection. This is the two differences.
Why are you not considering?
My lord, since soon after filing, my lord, what is my instruction? Soon after filing, they have filed this writ petition.
No. Kindly
So-
see, my lord.
3rd of
We
April
may
is
consider, my
the,
lord. If my lord directs, we may consider it.
where is the application?
My lord, page
5th
97.
of April. 3rd of April is the order and 5th the application has been made. And we are in April, nearly coming to April 26, 1 year.
And another application in the month of August of
But here the candidate was working as a clerk. The earlier one also they were clerks or
Clerks,
teachers?
Clerks.
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 That means they do not have a job now.
Yes.
Oh, Abid
No, no,
Kate.
no.
A minute. Are they serving? Still in service?
Yes, my lord, I have given the payslip. They are serving, my lord.
No, if they are serving, then they are safe. But this clerk cannot work.
No, this clerk is not working, my lord.
ঠিক আছে, ওটা ঠিক আছে. Please come. The petitioner's application seeking reappointment in the bank in terms of the leave granted by the Honorable Supreme Court in paragraph number 47 of the judgment dated 3rd April 2025 in the matter of page 50. The cause title to be recorded has not been considered till date. The petitioner applied for reappointment on 5th of April 2025, but there is no response to the same. The Honorable Supreme Court directed the previous employer of the untainted candidates to process.
My lord, he is also a teacher.
He's also a teacher. He was working as clerk in the bank.
Bank.
All right. Acha. কি বললাম?
There is no response to the sense of the Honorable Supreme Court directed the previous employer of the untainted candidate to process
To process the application within 3 months. The time period stipulated by the Honorable Supreme Court is long over. The bank is accordingly directed to verify as to whether the petitioner's name is enlisted in the list of tainted candidates published by the West Bengal Central School Service Commission in its official portal. If the petitioner is not appearing in the list of tainted candidates, then the bank shall take steps to reappoint the petitioner in her previous position by maintaining her seniority and other entitlements, including increments. There shall be no break in service of the petitioner. If the post where the petitioner was serving is not readily available, then supernumerary posts may be created in terms of the direction passed by the Honorable Supreme Court. A decision shall be taken by the bank at the earliest. Not a decision. Steps shall be taken by the bank at the earliest, but positively within a period of 4 weeks from the date of communication of this order. Writ petition stands disposed.
My submissions may be recorded.
Your submission, same submission? এর আগেরটাতে না রেসপন্ডেন্টের যে সাবমিশনটা আছে এর আগের মামলাটাতে সেটা এখানে রেকর্ড করতে হবে আগের মামলা সেম সাবমিশন অন বিহাফ অফ দ্য রেসপন্ডেন্টস but see here there is no I'll record your submission but there is no consideration by the
Reason for non-consideration may be.
this is non-consideration.
Reason for non-consideration. This was the reason that was playing in the mind of the bank authorities.
All right, I'll write it played in the mind of the bank. I'll mention that. Next.